connect with. I'm gonna go with the flow. My name is Donna Marie Crawford, and I'm honored to be a messenger, a divine messenger for Spirit Message. All kinds of different sessions and time and comfort levels for everyone. So check the link below. It's donnamariecrawford.com. You'll also find I run a membership site for those of us that want to develop our intuition. And you'll find out more about that at freetobepsychic.com. Share some messages with those that are here. I'm going to do my best to keep up with all the comments. If you would like to have a card drawn for you today, please just make a little entry in my comments, and I'll do the best I can to try to catch them all. Um, I am a one armed paper hanger, you could say, and doing my best getting used to all of this. So, welcome to anyone that's here live, and welcome to those of you that watch the recording later on. I really do honor spirit messages and know that if they connect with you, no matter when they connect with you, they're divinely meant and aligned for you in that moment for your best and highest good. I like to start my lives off letting you know that today I felt really drawn to this deck of cards. This is the Teachings of Abraham Well Being cards, Esther and Jerry Hicks. I love all that Esther shares from Abraham, and I truly do feel as if she's been a mentor for me during my growth in the connecting with divine creator and expanding on that. Like to always shuffle the cards. I follow different procedures on different days, different things. I always encourage you to please, trust what you're encouraged to do. One of the things I love about this deck of cards is there's no guidebook with it. It's called well-being cards, and that's what really drew me today to this deck of cards for everyone. I really did feel that there's been a lot of unrest in this world, and we really do need support in that because we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and the human experience is very, very real. So, this card I'm going to pull is just for those of you that are not able to be here, those of you that are here, and for anybody who happens to see this message. I always open up and ask Spirit for only messages of the best and highest good. I believe while there is light, there is no darkness. And that's how I like to receive and share messages with others. Puts me in that open mode to bring through everything that Spirit wants you to know. So today that card is, as I breathe deeply, I feel myself thrive. So many of us forget to oxygenate our physicalness. And when we do that, it really does help us to come into a centered state. I advocate 3 deep breaths. I also advocate always from spirit to close your eyes. Just removes one more of those senses that helps you oxygenate, take full breaths, and allow. Thriving is as natural as breathing itself. By relaxing often and breathing deeply, your natural thriving is enhanced. I do my best to try to show the cards because I do know that the illustrations can speak to you directly as well. There's lots of bubbles above that head that's sitting there, and there's different colors. It's almost split in half. Notice that as you look at the card and breathe in that message. It is a wonderful message from Spirit for all of us to take that time for ourselves when we really should have more ability to breathe in. So, Leslie, thank you for being here today, and it's an honor always to share messages with you. If anyone is interested in a more in depth session, I really do have many offerings at donnamariecrawford.com, so I encourage you to go there and I'd be honored to connect. Now, we're going to focus on Leslie and ask for a message for her today. And know that if anyone else hearing the message is affected by it, you're divinely aligned with it. But Leslie, today, for your best and highest good, I'm asking Spirit to bring that card to the top for you. And I received this card, All is Well. Wow, what a beautiful message. Often it comes, Leslie, when we're feeling the least well, but when we open and we allow Spirit to give us that inner feeling of all is well, it does shift energy for us. Babies are beings from non physical, etherically coming forth for the creation of that which they decide. We're babies, we started that way. The babies are wanting so much for you to know that all is well. You'll notice back of the card has all the words we need to know about the message that came through. And the front of the card, I just love the contrast of colors with the individuals in the picture. And again, there's sparkles all around. This is a wonderful feel of cards, and I hope it resonates with you in a meaningful way, Leslie, because oftentimes in the biggest turmoil comes the biggest gifts, the most wonderful alignment of knowing that all really is well and will be well as we open and allow. Thank you, Colette, for joining me today. I'm shuffling the deck and asking Spirit to share a message to Colette and ask that Colette receive the message that is for her best and highest good today. This card, I love this card because I really do. I love all that comes through when we talk about the law of attraction, the association for many folks to many different experiences. But let me share this with you, please, today, Colette. The law of attraction, the most powerful universal law, is my friend. Oh, let's breathe that in for a second. And here's the lovely picture. I'm going to make sure we're in focus for you. Doing my best, folks. There we go. You create with your every thought. By the universal law of attraction, that which is like unto itself is drawn. You are attracting the essence of whatever you are giving your attention to, wanted or unwanted. Oh, what a wonderful awakening, you could say, I have had as well, Colette, when I really started to understand the law of attraction is the same as the law of gravity. It's very real, it's very much around us and very active in our journey. And we really do interact with all that surrounds us and all that is within us. And as we move through the world, and understand it's an energetic connection and not necessarily a verbal connection that we have with Source, Creator of all, Divine Creator, but it is energy. And the way I like to share this often in a message is when you put your focus on do wants, that's an energy that we're putting out. When you focus on the don't wants, that's an energy you're putting out. Well, we were created as logical beings, and as such, we are meant to put out the energy of what we are most desiring. Etheric energy will come to what it is that you're putting your attention to, or blowing your balloon up, or spending your energy currency on that day. It will come, and then we realize, oh, I was expecting the worst came. Even usually worse than we could expect. But as you stay in that, it's not just wishful thinking as we've been conditioned to think. It truly is an energetic exchange with universal law of attraction. And it will bring, it may not drop out of the sky in that very moment, that horse that you wanted or that $1,000,000, whatever the case may be, a partner, a companion. But when you allow yourself to work with it and stay in that shifted state, we all know it feels better to be in the do wants. instead of the don't wants. It's just a completely different energy. And allowing the universe to connect with that is allowing yourself to work with that law of gravity. We don't know how exactly to describe it necessarily in all that for under all understanding. I do my best to try to share it. But that's your message today, Miss Colette. And thank you for bringing that message forth for all that it connects with as well. But especially for you, Miss Stacy, thank you so much for being here. And it's such an honor always to connect with your energy. Miss Stacy is um, someone that I honor and feel very blessed to be part of my life journey. So I thank you and allow Spirit to bring through the message that is for your best and highest good today, and to become part of your day as you move forward. Whatever I give attention to, wanted or unwanted, I am creating. Sometimes we get a little theme going in the messages from Spirit and all of us that come together to have that validation and reinforcement of what is for our best and highest good in that moment. So this is the card, Miss Stacy. I'm going to hold that up for you. I think I got it in focus. Can see that flower. And I love the way they have an alternate side picture as well. The colors can mean something to anyone. The orange, whatever it means to you, trust that's an individual message as well. You were born with a magnificent emotional guidance system that lets you know in every moment exactly what your vibrational content is, which is being matched by the law of attraction. That's that energy that we refer to from messages I share. It, it is your desire to feel good and your practice to choose good feeling thoughts. Only good things will come to you. Another follow up card on that law of attraction. And whatever we give attention to, the wanted or the unwanted, when we stay in the wanted, it may not come exactly as we're desiring it because we are human. And believe it or not, folks, even your highest imagination it can't get beyond to where the beyond has. So we have more available than we can imagine often, um, and it's part of allowing all that I desire in only the best and highest way, and allowing that to transpire. May not go as planned, often hasn't in my journey, that's for sure. But on the other side, I see exactly how it had to be that way to help me in that moment. So I hope that helps you today, Miss Stacy, and staying in that wanted um, feeling, that emotional guidance system that Esther Hicks brings from Abraham to us, really does help us just feel. And that's our true connection with Creator and Divine. Um, as you know, and Stacy has blessed me often to allow me to have private time with you, please go to DonnaMarieCrawford.com and open up to the possibility of the messages that come through for your best and highest good. It's such a blessing to connect with all of you in this platform. And thank you, Stacy, for being here in the past and allowing messages to come through. Okay, now I'm going to ask for Deepa So messages. I hope I have that right. I have the spelling correct. So if I can't pronounce, Spirit knows energetically who I'm connecting with and asking for messages and guidance for your best and highest good today, and to trust in all that is. And also know that I thank you for coming and allowing these messages to be shared on this Facebook Live. How wonderful I am. Oh, I love, love, love this. And so many of us need to hear this, but you especially today. Type, type so, dipso. I'm sorry if I'm not doing justice. But oh, look at the stars. It's as if you're shooting up into the into the universe, only leaving stars and trailing. That's a wonderful card. We are wanting to awaken within you your memory of how wonderful you are, how good you are, and how worthy of whatever you are wanting you are. Oh boy, thank you for this card today and this ability to see this message and truly put yourself in the place of that shooting star. On the other side of the card, it caught my eye, so I want to share with you the words as well. Is just the face looking overwards with just contentment and enjoyment. And I just want to bring that closer and hope I can get it into focus. There you go. There's a complete relaxation awakened within you, your memory of how wonderful you are, how good you are, and how worthy of whatever you are wanting you are. So many of us have been given this sense that we shouldn't want, shouldn't desire, that we shouldn't be happy where we are. We are. We truly are. It's meant to both have more ability to connect and our desires are allowing creator to provide alignment and experiences which expands all that is and all of us, and it's always welcome. Thank you so much for allowing us to have that message today. All right. Now, Shirley, thank you for being here. One of my favorite names in the world is Shirley. That was my mom's name and still is. I don't know why we say was. It just struck me as I was saying it. Mom is still very present. I still call her Shirley, Mom, Freshie, all kinds of things. But I love that name. So thank you, Shirley, for being here. And I'm honored to ask Spirit on your behalf for the message that is meant for you today, for only the best and highest good, and any other insights that are meant to be shared with you today. So now, I love this card. Shirley, I know I said I love the name, but I love this card to point out I choose my unique path to joy. You know, we all have our journeys to go here, and we are all divine creating, and all of our paths are meant to be unique and different. And yet, we're often feeling as if we have to be part of the herd, and when we're not, we feel a little off. So, I love this card to share the message on the back with you now, Shirley. No one can create in your experience, for no one can control where you direct your thought. On the path to your happiness, you will discover all you want to be, do, or have. This is important, I think, for all of us, and thank you, Shirley, for allowing us to receive this message along with you. No one can create in your experience. That's not necessarily what we all believe from life experiences, but Creator of all brings through truth. For no one can control where you direct your thoughts. Um, I do believe there's been very etheric beings shared with us that were imprisoned, that they may be able to imprison the body, but they were never able to imprison the thought. And the thought was always with Creator and looking for the good in the experience, no matter what was happening in the physical. On the path to your happiness, you will discover all you want to be, do, and have. And the Spirit is just asking me to add on to that for you, Shirley, the allowing part. You know, so many of us are not understanding that we are unique beings and that we are meant to have our own journeys and our own paths. And it is going to be very different from others. And that is divinely aligned to be perfect for us and for all that is. And when we release the expectation that we're going to be like someone else or act like someone else or always stay in line, it's very taxing on our energy. So allow yourself to choose your path to joy, and not be deterred by common pressures, okay? Because your joy is yours, and no one else can define it. I'm so blessed with a little one that I'm in her life, and she's in ours. And I call her joy, my source of joy. She's 10 years old now, and um, growing every day into a young woman. But everyone has their own path to joy, and when you honor yours, you'll find it. You'll know the feeling, and it's meant to stay on that course. So thank you for allowing us to have that. All right, I hope I say this right. Karina, thank you for requesting a card today. Spirit is always here to share messages with you directly and through me. Um, so I ask Spirit to bring to you the best and highest good message. And I ask Spirit to allow me to deliver any insights that are most necessary to be shared. This is a good card, and this reminds me of one of my fur babies that I was blessed to share life with. I am selfish enough to want to feel good. Isn't it interesting that we use that selfish word so freely now in when we're really just self care and we're really looking after ourselves so that we can feel good? Um, there's nothing wrong with feeling good, so I just have to add that on. Um, and ask you to trust in knowing that um, when you're doing what's for your best and highest good, it will always be the best and highest good in all that surrounds you. Others, situations, proximity, environment, everything. When you follow what is true to you, you are not being selfish, you're being using self-care. Feeling good indicates your connection to clarity, wellness, and an abundance in all good things. Feeling good is your most natural core itself. And Spirit likes to share with all that that is what is the true gauge for all of us. It's within us. It's what feels good to us. And our gauge is different than everyone else's. When we feel good, we're on the right track. We are in aligned with our natural core. We're all those babies that came into life that are pure and natural and wonderful and meant to be here with purpose and reason and are just divine beings coming into light, bringing light into this world. So thank you for allowing us to have that message. Miss Dawn, thank you for joining us today. I I appreciate your support and love, love, love that you're here for a message. I ask Spirit to bring to the top the card that is meant to be for your best and highest good today. And I thank you for allowing us to have this message shared with the world. Up, here we go. I love, I'm using a lot of love, but love is good. I do love, and it totally resonates with me on how Spirit does like to bring forward and bring together those that are needing very similar encouragement through messages that I am honored to be sharing. So, your card today, Dawn, has sunflowers on it, and my purpose in life is joy. Another joy card. I know, and you do. Bob shared with us years ago. It's years ago now, which fascinates me. You know, time does go by in a blink of the eye in some ways and very slow in others. But the back of this card for you, Miss Dawn, says the basis of your life is freedom. The purpose of your life is joy. You are free to choose new avenues for joy. And in your joyous growth, you will add to the experience of all that is. This is something that so many of us have given up because of our life experiences, thinking that joy is not for me. And Spirit is bringing through very strongly today that life purpose is joy and love and all that feels good, and that we do have freedom to make choices, to take new avenues towards joy. I had um, a mentor I love very much that gave me this awareness, and now Spirit refers to it is there are many ways to joy. There are many ways to be happy. I love started to use the word avenues for joy. For me, I'm a very visual being. I'm sure many of you are as well. And when you see that each of those sunflowers are very different, yet they are the same. And when you look at them individually, you will get different feelings, experience, the colors. And I'm trying like anything to get it in focus, folks. But even out of focus, you can see they're different, different colors, different shapes. They really are all different. And we can find joy in different ways. And we are meant to. And we know that our divine creator is always supporting that. Even when we have to make choices that bring us joy and others not necessarily, it will bring joy. It's just not always meant for us to see it for others. But when we follow what gives us joy and happiness and feeling good, we're not being selfish. We are allowing joy into our lives. And that is spilling into all that is and sharing with everyone else in creation. So when we're happy, we're helping everyone else to be happy. It's not at all a selfish thing. Find your joy and follow it. Thank you for allowing me to bring those messages forward today. Sharon is here, and I would like to now ask Spirit for guidance for you and your best and highest good today. I do I do trust in all that comes through. I use these cards myself. Just wanted to let you know that. If ever you're enticed to get a little bit more information or have a private session, I do have card readings. I do mentorship. I do have a private membership group. You can find out all that about me on this link that's in the comments here, DonnaMarieCrawford.com. I'm always honored to connect and have individual sessions with you. Okay, Sharon, let's see what's for you today. Bring to the top the message in the card that is most and highest good. What's my big hurry? It's all it's all for joy is in parentheses. All is well. What's my big hurry? All is well. It says it's all for joy. And that's a little bit different, so I want to make sure to get the sweet spot so you can see that. There's a little bunny there with a flower, and there's all kinds of flowers or dots surrounding, whatever those dots mean to you. But what is the big hurry? All is well. What's the big hurry? You're not ever going to get it done, so what are you racing towards? Every single activity that you're involved in is for one purpose only, and that is to give you a moment of joy. That's why it all exists. Lighten up, laugh more, appreciate more. All's well. You know, so many of us feel like we have to get that done and we have to get there and we have to accomplish this, and we forget to stop and see all is well. We forget to stop and notice what is making me happy right now. Is this making me happy right now? If it's not, how can I help it to make me happy? How can I be a contributing energy, life force, light in the subject? Don't hurry. This life is all about love and connection and joy and happiness. So we're not going to get it done till it's over. And when it's over, we've gotten it all done. And that's what Spirit is asking me to share with you today, and with all those that are hearing the message that it connects in their heart for them. Thank you for requesting a card and allowing that message to come through for you and all others. Carol, I can give you a card for your best and highest good today. If you have any questions about specific things, I would truly be honored to have a private consulting or divine message session with you. Offer Zoom and phone readings, and would be honored if you were to allow me to give you those privately. But today, for your best and highest good in your life journey for today, I feel that what the card that Spirit wants you to have is: every emotion I feel is guidance from my adoring inner being. Every emotion I feel is guidance from my adoring inner being. Oh, look at that big, beautiful card with the big red center. Makes me go right to the heart energy for you, Carol. Absolutely, absolutely need you to open your heart and follow what you're feeling, okay? Because my inner being offers a strong and steady vibrational signal, I can always feel my allowance or resistance to that signal. The better I feel, the more aligned I am. The worse I feel, the more out of alignment I am. As I reach for a good feeling emotion, I am in alignment with the signal of my source. Esther shares from Abraham on her emotional guidance. You'll find that in books. Um, the emotional guidance scale is really to she advocates for us to have awareness, Carol, that we can't necessarily jump from despair to ecstasy, but we can take steps towards that and move in that direction. And depending on our will and our choice and our allowing as to how quickly we can ascend from not feeling so good to feeling the best we can. So allowing yourself to follow that guidance. If you're feeling discouraged, if you're feeling upset, look for that next best feeling of better. Of okay, and allow that inner guidance to support you, because that's why it doesn't feel good. We're not in alignment. When we're in alignment, it does feel good. And that's where we can see, in my gauge, that's how I say it, um, that we are following our inspired inner self, who is connected to all that is and by Creator. Thank you for allowing us to have that message. And truly, if anyone would honor me with individual sessions, I would love to be able to share guidance and messages from even your transition, passed away, in heaven, not in life anymore, transitioned. Everybody has a different way of referring to mediumship connection, but I also am blessed with the ability to do that and honor all that comes through, and have learned to share it above all embarrassment. So check me out at donnamariecrawford.com, or you can also find me at freetobepsychic.com. Got the Donna Marie pinned in the comments here for you. Now, Miss Rebecca, thank you so much for the honor of being here. I know what a busy soul you are, and I am honored to ask Spirit today to share for Miss Rebecca the best and highest message to help her in her day moving forward with only the best and highest good. The harder I push against it, the more I attract its essence. The harder I push against it, the more I attract its essence. What an interesting message we have today. I'm from New England and living in Alabama right now, so boy do I resonate with that snow on the mountain, and it looks like cold and going in a direction of cold. No doubt about that. Now, see, you gotta love live things because I would have bet you I had my phone on vibrate and it was not, so it is now. Sorry about that, Miss Rebecca, for the interruption, but we know that's like really a stronger message for us, and you know what I mean by that. When you find some unwanted thing that you want to shout out no at, shout briefly, and then turn your attention to the thing you do want. Any attention to anything is a practicing of the vibration that will bring it onto you. This is another reminder for us today that when we do focus on the unwanted, and I am being asked to share personal life experience, you know, my ex husband, my first husband, was famous for wanting to be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. Well, guess what happened? More than not, the worst. That's what he prepared for. That's the energy he was putting out. So let's see it, notice it, because by seeing it, looking at it briefly, noticing it, and then shifting into this is how I do want that. This is what I would want or more that I could not imagine for myself, but trust Creator to bring. It's allowing yourself to trust and have faith that when you stay in the dues come in the same in the shape, size, way, time, all of it that's most divinely aligned, because we have now brought that energy to all that is, creator of all, divine source, and that alignment is happening. So spirit likes to, as I said earlier, I heard it, is often it doesn't come in our laps, but it does come. And we have the don't wants to help us identify the do wants. But we're not meant to dwell in the don't wants. Dwelling in the don't wants brings us to misery. And when we stay in the do wants, it brings us to the best and highest good and the next thing for us that we can move in the direction of and have aligned by the universe for us. So thank you, Miss Rebecca, for sharing that with me and allowing me to share that with you. Um, it, it, I do love the way Spirit aligns us all in a group, that there's often similar, kind of repetitive at times, you might say, but boy, I am one, a soul that honestly admits freely that I sometimes have to hear the same thing a few times in different ways to really have it soak in, click within, help me to understand it in different layers, different levels, sometimes deeper, leads to more questions, brings you deeper. Follow that line. It's so wonderful that when you ask one question of creators, we often get more to then start to look into, find out about, see how it feels for us. Always trust what feels the best for you. Okay? Marcia, thank you for joining us today, and I'm asking Spirit to bring forward a card for you and a message that is for your best and highest good and aligned for what it is that you need to hear today. I envision more and act less. Wow, this is a soft card. Um, this is really, really wonderful, Marcia. Thank you for allowing us all to have this experience of this card today. There we go. I love the softness of the blue you're wearing in that. I see you. I'm sorry. That's kind of presumptuous, but I do see that little being as you, laid back, surrounded by softness and comfortableness and allowance, total relaxation. As you take the time to find images in your mind that are pleasing, you will more often achieve vibrational alignment with all the things that you desire. From that alignment, you will experience more inspired ideas and assistance from others. Wow, that's a big one for you, huh? I felt that. Inspired action is very satisfying and extremely productive. So often we forget that there are others that are meant to have the experience of helping us, and it can be uncomfortable for those that are the helpers to receive helpees energy. But trust and know you've been putting out that giving energy, and we are meant to experience the giving. And when we experience the giving from others, we're allowing them the feeling of when we gave to them. So trust in yourself and knowing that Creator, Divine Creator of all, is aligning that experience for the best and highest good for all. So allow experience. But often we get up and we get going, and we're, my father used to say, you're going 80 miles an hour. I don't know exactly what that is, but it's fast. And when you slow down, you may not have to take as many steps. You may give others the chance to come in and help and move some of this that you're feeling needs to move along. And inspired action will always give you what is for the best and highest good, and you might say the most efficient. I know there's times where it's something comes up and somebody gives a suggestion, and then they say, well, why haven't we done that? And somebody else says, well, we never thought of that. So allow that time for yourself to get those ideas to come in, to make it more streamlined and more efficient for you. But that time to relax is really important for you, Marcia, because you are a doer. Um, and Dr. Wayne Dyer told us that we can't very well be um, human beings if we're always doing. So allow yourself to be. And as you look at that card, see how relaxed and floaty and soft and aligned with the beauty surrounding. We can do that energetically anytime. Christy, it's so great to connect with you today. Thank you for being here. It's such an honor always. Your energy is so pure and loving and kind, and I thank you for supporting me by being here and allowing Spirit to support you with only the highest and best message today. Please bring to the top card exactly what Miss Christy needs to hear today. I am so honored to connect with you. When I appreciate, I feel very good. Oh, what a validating card for you, Miss Christie. You encourage others in so many ways. And I love the butterfly in this photo, and the I feel the sense of gazing into nature and allowing your surroundings to give you that true appreciation of where you are and who you are. Appreciation is the secret to life, and you are a beamer of that, Miss Christie, for all that know you. Become a person who appreciates, and you will thrive. You will fulfill your reason for being. Oh, this is such validation for you, Christy. And by being here and asking for a card, you're doing exactly that. You are sharing with others what a being of appreciation, of gratitude truly is. You will fulfill the reason you for being, for showing others that gratitude really is the secret to life. Appreciation, understanding, connection, all of those things is what's coming through for you, Miss Christie, with this card. Thank you again for being here. It truly is, I am honored to connect with you. Um, Now, I want to make sure um, I'm able to get to everyone that requests. So if you're not able to get through this week, I do plan on doing this every Friday at lunchtime. I'm doing my best. I did travel last week. That's such a blessing right there. Um, I know the universe aligned that unbelievably. The week before, I wasn't feeling well. So I will do my best to be here every Friday at lunchtime. I want to do Friday lunchtime lives. And I do have intention on doing some surprise lives, sharing spirit guidance. So watch for me live. I know you can follow me so that you know when I go live, wherever that is. I'm not sure. I bet you do. Click on that, and anytime I do go live, you'll get a notification, and it's always an honor if you join me on that. Okay, Miss Lynn, for the best and highest good, please bring the card to me to give Lynn the message that she is most needing in this time of need, that we are all having just to have some validation and inspiration. Okay, let's see. Bring that card. Through the corridor of my joy is the pathway to my desire. Through the corridor of my joy is the pathway to my desire. They asked me to read that twice. Now, this picture is a little meant to be interpreted by each individual that sees it. So I ask you to do that. Lynn, I see in this picture, and I often like to go with the pictures before I read the words. I inspire everyone and encourage you, please follow your guidance when you're dealing with any tool that helps you connect with spirit messages for others. For me, it is, was, has been, will always be an opening to allow spirit to bring through and elaborate even more. That happens to me very often, Lynn, on illustrations. Now, with this, I see she's walking down a pathway, and I feel that there's heavy rain going on. And I feel that there's an umbrella. I feel she has very long hair, and she's kind of a little being in a big forest. And things seem to be a little turbulent right now. And that's the corridor, okay, the pathway. Most say, when I get that, I will be joyful. But you must be joyful first. You must start with the determination that I will not settle for less than feeling good. So even as you watch her in this pathway, her hair is flowing. She sees up above, up ahead, just a little bit of a ways. The road is not full of pouring rain. It's clear. And we all go through those times, Miss Lynn, of feeling like we're in a downpour and things are happening, raining like cats and dogs, and many things we have ways of saying those hurdles, those bumps in the road, those low patches, however we try to describe it. It's really a time of feeling less than good. And that means we're out of alignment. We're not connecting with the source energy helping us to feel a little bit better. So as you're not feeling good, open and ask, how can I feel a little bit better? And move towards my joy. and you will be guided, and opportunities will arise, and people will come to your aid and support you. And you will know you are not alone in this world on your pathway towards joy. Okay? But when you open up and ask, and I encourage you to know, and please trust and believe, we are all divinely connected with Creator. We are creating with Creator, and Creator would never leave us here on our own. That's the life force that allows us to continue having experiences as a human being, as a spiritual being, as all that we are, until we go back to where we came from, energetically transitioning to be with all that is. Trust and know, folks, that we're not meant to settle for less than we know we are deserving. I will share with you that was one of the last things my mom said to me before her transitioning. Don't settle for less than you're deserving. And how do we know that? What that is? Well, we know what it isn't. So when we move towards something that feels different, we're moving in that direction. Allow yourself that. Trust in you that you are meant to be full of joy and love and happiness. So thank you, Lynn, for allowing that card to come through for everyone at the end of this session. There is one other person I want to make sure to share a card with, and that's Miss Charlene. And right after that, it's my esteemed assistant Bob. So I think that's probably going to be all the time that I have to get messages out. So for Miss Charlene, the universe is big enough to fulfill my every intent. Oh, and I love that, Miss Charlene. You have such divine purpose here in this world for others. I love that it's a sun shining, the beams are coming down, and that's day and night. That's what I see. The quote, universal manager has the ability to bring everyone a vibrational match to what they are giving their attention to without depriving anyone else of what they are wanting. Miss Charlene, you have really been an embodiment of knowing that, of sharing, of bringing others up with you. As this is showing, I almost want to turn the card upside down, Charlene, because it's you bringing light up to everyone and bringing everyone with you from your source of light. So I'm following what I was inspired to do for Miss Charlene. Um, and the back of the card, Universal Manager, I often refer to that as Creator of all, Divine Source, God. There's many ways of labeling this energy that is Creator and creating for all of us every moment of every second. Okay, Mr. Bob, my esteemed assistant, my loving husband, my best friend, I ask Spirit to give you a message today for your best and highest good. I'm so blessed with this man to spend his lunch hour with us, helping me until I'm able to do a better job at watching that chat and requests for cards. So today, for your best and highest good, I love this picture. It is not my work to control others. This is a butterfly, and butterflies really symbolize my sister to me often. Many different things, but a lot of times my sister. But this time I'm seeing it as you, Bob, as this butterfly floating along, just going along with the flow of things. Trying to limit anybody about anything defies the laws of the universe. It cannot be done. You cannot control others, but you can control and create your own reality. This is a really divinely kind message for all of us today. To remember that we're not really meant to be controlling. Controlling is an interesting word. It doesn't have a good feel to it. None of us want to be controlled. Um, but we can guide ourselves, only ourselves, and our actions. And we are not responsible or meant to control or expect others' actions to be a certain way. And when we're at peace with that, and Bob, you are at peace with that so much. I love the way this card is reinforcing that for you as well as for others. You can create your own reality. So I thank Spirit very much today for bringing all these messages through, and I hope they connect with you in only the best and highest meaning and helpful way. I do trust that I am meant to be sharing these messages and that I am meant to help the world have a little bit more well being. And I am so grateful for Esther for doing something she didn't think she really wanted to do and encouraging all of us to do that. This is the message that's coming through to share is, look up Esther's story. She was not too thrilled about this whole idea of Abraham, and wasn't really into doing that, but was really encouraged by Jerry, who is now in spirit absolutely guiding her and encouraging her. Um, the story is very similar to Bob and I. Bob has always been my biggest encourager in sharing the things I know and what comes through and no matter what it is and always allowed me to be who I am. So I encourage you to align yourself in the universe with the desires that you have control, the ability. I like ability so much more than a control. Control is one of those words we associate, and it is a label, and you can release meanings to it, but what we align with and what we know is truly in our feeling good side of our gauge. So thank you, Spirit, and thank you all for being here, and thank you all for listening to the recording later. I hope the messages that came through were purposeful and meaningful to you. And I can't say it often enough. If you're interested in getting together and having a private session with me, please go to donnamariecrawford.com or freetobepsychic.com. I do try to have offerings for everyone for your comfort level as well as your ability. And I thank you for being here. And I thank Spirit, as always, never letting us down with giving us messages of only the best and highest good and the guidance that is meant for us to align with today. Have a great day. I will definitely see you next week. Allowing you yourself to receive these messages through me from Spirit. Have a blessed day. Thank you.